Hello there, Stephanie Cameraman, the Stock Whisperer, here to tell you the Dark Pool Weekly Whisper for November 5th. I know I haven't done one in a couple of weeks. I went on a vacation. Yes, I did. I went on a cruise out of the country from Venice to Barcelona with a whole bunch of traders, and it was amazing. You know, to go on a cruise and be with people that share the same passion. You know, we ate dinner every night together. We went on excursions. We had so much fun that I decided I'm going to do another one. So I did. I booked it. Would love for you guys to join me if you can. The next Stock Whisperer trading cruise is going to be December 21st, 2019. So you have a little over a year to plan for it. To January 4th, we'll be spending Christmas and New Year's on board this ship, Holland America. And I'm really excited. Look, you can either get away from your family or take your family with you. I've never been to New Zealand or Australia, so this is such a treat for me, and I love to go with my traders. So if you want to join me with my group, you can go to swtcruise.com and sign up with Randy Hobday from Cruise Planners. You can call him at 877-339-0177. All you have to do is put a deposit down. You don't have to pay until a few months before the cruise, and you can always cancel if you need to a few months prior. But this is a great cruise. You're going to be going to a whole bunch of ports, and I always do an educational presentation on board when we're at sea, which was great. I did it for a few hours and taught a lot of really good stuff. So let's move on. If you have any more questions, you can give us a call as well. I did get a little bit of a cold, so if I cough a little bit here and there, I'm sorry. I have a lot of great whispers for you guys this week, but before we get to that, I got to go over the last one I did because this was a record breaker. Holy cow! October 8th, Dark Pool Weekly Whisper, best ever, 120% ROI. I think 22 of them hit targets. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you have a correction, and we definitely saw this coming. I was posting that we were below major dark pool sell levels on the SPY, the Russell, the Qs, and we had prints on the VXX. In fact, that was one of our biggest winners, up 24%. So I hope you got a few of these. I don't expect you to get all of them, but if you got a few, you did pretty well. All right, so let's continue with this week's Dark Pool Weekly Whisper. Let's start with the SPY. These are key levels this week. I've drawn black trend lines, and I've drawn purple lines for bullish above, bearish below, and the red lines are my target exits. So the SPY came up to this 275 level. We were trading this one in the pit. It was really a great trade. On the bull side this week, we hit resistance, pull back. So this week we're going to be bullish if she could break above 275, and going to be bearish below 270. Spotted buyers there on Friday. Now, all throughout the week, I always call out the next dark pool levels to trade. They love to play print pong, so stay tuned for that on the app. Every day I will post, and throughout the day. The next level, bullish above, the next level, bearish below. Let's go to the Russell, the IWM. Oops, there we go. And this week, we're going to be bullish above 155. And bearish below 152. And I put all my targets on the sheet for you. And as well as the dark pool prints. So DP are the dark pool. Next to it, the QQQs. Key levels to watch. Oops, looks like my line went haywire. Hold on a minute. Had a couple of weird things happen. So the QQQs are going to be bullish above 172.50. And bearish below 168. There is a gap there. So if we do break below, we'll most likely go down and fill that gap in. And let's go to the DIAs. Yeah, DIA, the Dow Jones ETF. We're going to be bullish above 255 this week, really key level. And we're going to be bearish below 250. And it's been really nice volatility. As long as the market moves, you can definitely make money. I do trade live all day in my trading room, calling out my trades and teaching why I'm getting in and out of them. Caterpillar, another good one in my room. A lot of my traders had this one this week. We had unusual dark pool action, 690,000 share print at 121.67. And we're going to be bullish this week, if you're not in it yet, above 127.50 and bearish below 121.50. If it does head down, that's where I would turn into a bear. All right, let's switch on to gold, GLD. This week we're going to be bullish above 117. And we are going to be bearish below 116. Oops, my line disappeared. So let me just put that in again. There we go. Now, not only did I post this week the dark pool that we got recently, I've also posted old dark pool print levels. Not that old, within the past few months. And the reason I'm posting that this week is that one of my traders, Dave B, we call him the E-Man. By the way, Dave, you're trader of the week this week. I can't even tell you how amazing the software you created is. Let me show you guys what he did. In fact, we have two couples in my trading room that have put this together as well. This spreadsheet that you can get if you're in the trading room has everything in it. And it's so intense. For example, here's ABX. I can search up any big print over the past, I think we've been doing this for 6 months of data is in here, of 6 months, and you can do it by share size, you can do it by price, you can do it by date. It is incredible, and you're gonna see that I've used a lot of the old dark pool prints in this week's Whisper. All right, so it's amazing. We have alert history, the Whisper documents, we have all the spies. Actually, look at these bubbles. This is really cool. All the big dark pool levels are all in bubbles on the spy, the Qs. Really, really amazing stuff. So thank you so much, Dave. Thank you so much, Laura and Bruce, who created that amazing scanner, and Lori, who every day puts together those SSPs for us. So, oh my gosh, you guys have been incredible. I can't believe how amazing this is. So, it's definitely going to help us in getting the best mapped out trades, because a lot of times where the dark pool was selling a few months ago, those computers are still programmed to buy and sell at those levels, and that's why it's so important. And this makes it so easy to search for any stock. So thank you so much. Oh my goodness, so great. Big gift. All right, so let's move to ABX. So ABX this week, a lot of us are in it. I'm still currently in part of my position. This has been great. We had these dark pool buy prints at 1236, 1244. And we got into a long position Friday. Actually, Leslie in the room got into it. I'm sorry. I got into it Thursday. That was an awesome entry, by the way, Leslie. But Friday, I took this as a day trade. I scaled out of half. Still like it. We're above the prints. And I'm still bullish. But watch this 13.55 level, because that was where they were selling over here. So I want to know if that same computer is still selling there. If not, then we should move higher. So that's why that's so key, to know where those old dark pool levels are. Excuse me. FCX, another amazing trade this week in the Java pit. We had dark pool action that came in at $11.68, and we've been writing this up. Old dark pool is at 13.48, by the way. Really big level. So if we do start to move up, watch that 13.50 area. But this week we're going to be bullish above 12.50. and bearish below 1150. If we do come down and go below the prints, then I'll turn bearish. Okay, let's move on to PBR. So this has been an incredible trade in the pit, really great prints, but however, according to seasonality, it is due for a pullback this time of year. Now, I like to combine seasonality with what the stock has done the past 20 years to dark pool prints. When you have both of those and the trend, call it STD. Seasonality, trend, and dark pool, right? You can't forget that. When you combine all three of those elements, you have magical trades. You have really high probability trade setups. So we are going to always have two levels. I always want to be prepared on both sides. So I will be bullish above 1650, but I'm going to be bearish below 1550 this week. We had dark pool prints that came in at 1595 and 1578 and 1638. And I did put the old dark pool levels there as well to see if they're going to still hold. Excuse me. Let's go to XLE. XLE, we don't get big prints all the time like this, but we got mega prints. $67.15 to 18 cents. So we're going to be bullish above 68 and bearish below 67. And I don't know why my line disappeared there. Let me just put that in there. There we go. And my targets are 69 and 70. Let's go to X on the upside. Let's go to financials. XLF, massive prints this week. 7 million printed, around 26.38 and 26.40. So we're going to be bullish above 26.50 and we're going to be bearish below 26.25. Okay, let's go to Bank of America. So Bank of America this week, we're going to be bullish above 28.25 and bearish below 27.50. I have a feeling the banks are going to have a really big move this week because we have unusual prints coming in on so many of them. Wells Fargo also had big dark pool prints. We're going to be bullish above 54, bearish below 53. Morgan Stanley, we're going to be bullish above 46.75, bearish below 45.50. Unusual that we had dark pool 750,000 printed at 45.92. Don't normally get that, so you want to watch these guys. JP Morgan also had a big print this week. We're going to be bullish above 109 and bearish below 107.50. And Citibank, massive prints Friday, which thank you, Dave, for pointing out that they had dividend. And that could have been the reason, but still going to use these levels because they still work amazing. So we're going to be bullish above 66.50 and we're going to be bearish below 65.75. Let's move on to technology. Apple. Apple. Earnings got killed. All right, so they got killed. Maybe institutions are going to sell it down. Usually the second day after earnings, institutions come in and sell it. Third day, if it makes a higher high, higher low on above average volume, and we have big prints that we close above, that's when you want to go in and start buying. So that's what I'm going to watch this week. But I do have my level set up right now. I'm going to be bullish above 210. And I'm going to be bearish below 205. We didn't have any big prints. The biggest print we had this week was 360,000 at 207.75. So watch and wait on this, okay? If we start to get really big prints, I'm definitely going to tweet that out to you, okay? So let's go to AMD. Love AMD. This was one of my favorite trades this week. So many of my traders took this. Thank you so much, Laura, for posting that that beautiful print for us. So AMD, we're going to be bullish this week. We do have a gap in the chart. A lot of times they do that gap fake out. So they pulled up to the strongest level, pull it back, and then go up and fill the gap in. So that's why I'm going to be bullish above $20.50 and bearish below $19.50. Let's go to Applied Materials, AMAT. We had an unusual print, 1 million. I know a lot of my traders took this one. Bullish above 36 this week and bearish below 32.50, really far down. I am bullish. Momentum is changing. The 4 EMA is crossing over the 8, and we had really good volume on that. So looks like a trend change is happening, but I would like it to close above 36. My levels are all messed up here. So 36. Bullish above that, really key. Okay, let's go to Intel, another semiconductor. We had some interesting prints that came in as well. So we're going to be bullish above 48.50 and bearish below 46 this week for Intel. IBM had a pretty big print on it this week, 1.2 million. It's not every day you get that. At 117.06, we had a splash. And you can see IBM's gotten completely crushed. But we had 4 days of sideways consolidation. So are we going to move up? We might. So we're going to be bullish above 117.50 and bearish below 115. If we can't hold on to that level, then we could be headed lower. However, you know, watch this 8 exponential moving average. If this is the bottom and we're going to start to change the trend from a bearish trend to a bullish trend, we should close above that. And I always like to be prepared in the future, but you see this gap in the chart? If that does happen, this is the bottom, buying come in. We should move all the way up to here, pull back pretty steep, and then fill in the gap. So it's always good to be prepared again on both sides of the trade. Let's go to Facebook. Facebook had a 500,000 print this week at 150.46. So we're going to be bullish above 155. It's a really key level. If we're going to move up, I could see a move up to 160, but we really need to break above 155. And I'm going to be bearish below 148. If that's the case, we should retest those lows once again. All right, now we're going to move on to emerging markets because we had some very interesting prints in this sector. Let's just start with Brazil, EWZ, and check out this chart. Look how amazing. We went right to the top of this channel. Are we going to break above or are we going to pull back? I love it when we hit the bottom of a channel and the top of a channel. That's when big moves happen, whether we break above or we come all the way down. So if that's the case, actually, let me just draw another kind of trend line right here. Yeah, if that's the case, we should move back down to the bottom of this trend line. If it's selling, if it's buying, we're going to move higher. So the levels are bullish above 42 and bearish below 40. Great ETF to trade. Let's go to VWO. This is Brazil, Russia, India, and China ETF all in one. And we did have pretty big prints on that this week, unusual. So we're going to be bullish above 39.50 and bearish below 38.75. Let's go to China. FXI, really nice move this week. We're going to be bullish above 41.50 and bearish below 39.50. And let's go to EZU, unusual. Check out the volume that came in. Okay, on the 26th, massive volume came in there. So we are going to be bullish above 38.25 this week, and we'll be bearish below 37.50. And let's go on to something that I've never even heard of, SPEM. How many of you heard of SPEM? This is emerging markets ETF, and it doesn't trade a lot of volume, but guess what? It traded a lot of volume this week. Something is going on here, you guys. We're going to be bullish above 33.75 and bearish below 33. All right, so let's move on to telecommunications. Verizon. We had dark pool activity 56.18. Going to be bullish above 57 and bearish below 56. Let's go to AT&T. AT&T had a nice pull up to resistance. You see this channel trend line that I've drawn? Yep, we pulled right up, hit our head on that. So this week, if we can break above 31, then we'll go into the next channel. Then I'll be bullish. But if not, and we go below 30, I am going to be uber bearish for AT&T. Let's go to Sprint. Sprint had some mega prints this week. 2 million at 575, but that was before earnings. Obviously, somebody knew something. Then we got more prints after earnings at $6.30, $6.32. So you can see this trend line I drew. Yep, if we can break above that, I can see much higher highs. And with that big print, yep, could happen. So we're going to be bullish above 640, but I will turn bearish below 612. A lot of times we will go down and retest those print levels. So if that happens, that could be a big possibility to go down to 575. So watch that one. All right, now let's go to the miscellaneous stocks. General Motors. GM. Seasonality is really strong for GM right now, and it definitely had some good earnings. We're going to be bullish above 37 and bearish below 36. Let's go to KMI. Also another one where we have this resistance trend line, and if we can break above 1720, I love it. I'm going to be bullish and bearish below 1675. We did have dark pool action coming in at 1717. In fact, all these stocks on this list had dark pool action, and that's why they're there. Especially MWSA. Mega print, guys. 5 million printed at $12.95. So we're going to be bullish above that, above 1337. And bearish below 1280. It hasn't moved yet. That's the good news. Sometimes, you know, they're not going to move it until they're done getting in. So definitely watch NWSA. Cody, another one I love off prints. We had really big ones earlier in the week, 985, 988. Has moved already, but more movement until we hit resistance. So this week we're going to be bullish above 11. And we will turn bearish below the prints, below 980. Okay, let's move on to EWC. Canada ETF. We're going to be bullish above 27. And you can see the really big volume that came in. And we're going to be bearish below 26.50 for EWC. All right, we have a couple more to go. PG, love Procter & Gamble. Been giving this one some splash room. We had two big prints, unusual. 1.2 million each, one at 89.13 and another at 89.30. And it really hasn't moved yet, okay? So this is exciting. We're going to be bullish above 90 and we're going to be bearish below 88. TJ Maxx had a big print. Very unusual to get one of those. 1.4 million at 108.85. We're going to be bullish above 110 and we're going to be bearish below 108.75. Let's go to Qualcomm. totally got really hit, right? It came down to the 200 simple moving average and my lower trend line there, and we bounced up and we got prints. I love it. I'm going to be bullish above 63.75. Also watch that 64 area. And I'm only going to be bearish below 63 for Qualcomm. Let's go to Snap. It might finally, be snapping back. It's been ugly, very ugly. Let's face it, really ugly. But look at this volume that came in here. Oh yeah, is this the bottom? It looks like it might be. Trend is changing for the first time in a very long time. And I mean that by we're going above the 8 exponential moving average. We've retested it on Friday, and that happens a lot. If we can move up above 7, I like it. Bullish above 7. However, bearish below 650 if we fail. And last but not least, WY. We don't usually get prints. Look at that big volume that's come in on this rounded bottom. I love it. We're going to be bullish above 28 and bearish below 27. So there you have it, guys. That is the dark pool weekly whisper for November 5th, 2018. We got some great updates that are happening this week. It should go in effect, fingers crossed. Really, really good stuff. You'll notice a little bit of change on the interface. It'll look a little bit different, look better. Our searches will be faster. We've definitely spent a lot of time and money doing these updates. Our price is going to go up to $49.95 a month, but don't worry. You guys will be grandfathered in. As long as you don't cancel your subscription, you'll be grandfathered in forever as long as I'm doing this. Even if prices go up even higher in the future, you'll still be paying that low price that you're paying. So don't worry about that. But I'm really excited. We'll let you know when we do go live with the new updates. So until then, guys, happy trading. And I'll definitely be posting all the prints all week long. It's so great to be back. Really missed trading. It was a killer week in the pit. And I have a feeling it's going to be another volatile week with the election. So stay tuned, watch those prints, and happy trading, everybody. That's my secret. Gonna keep it my secret. My secret.